The winter sky hung low over the city, swollen with heavy clouds that promised another brutal night. It was the kind of cold that bit through coats, burned through gloves, and made every breath feel like shards of ice slicing down the throat. People rushed across the sidewalks with hunched shoulders and lowered heads, each desperate to reach warmth. But inside a sleek black SUV cruising down the avenue, comfort filled the air. Ethan Hale, 38, CEO of Hale Tech Solutions and single father, drove with one hand on the wheel as soft music played in the background. His daughter, 7-year-old Lily, sat in the back seat hugging her teddy bear. Her energy was sunshine wrapped in a pink wool coat, and her voice had the kind of innocence that softened even the hardest days. "Daddy, look, snowflakes." Lily pressed her small palm against the window as the first thin flurries began to fall. Ethan smiled. "First snow of the year, princess. I wish Mommy could see it from heaven," Lily whispered. His smile faded, replaced by something gentler. "She sees everything, sweetheart." Lily nodded and hugged her bear tighter. "Are we still getting hot chocolate?" "Of course, the best in the city." The light turned red. The SUV slowed to a stop at the intersection, and that was when Lily noticed her. A woman, young mid-20s, soaked, trembling, stood near a closed bus stop. Her coat was ripped, shoes soaked, hair stuck to her cheeks. In her arms, wrapped in 2 thin blankets, was a baby, a tiny infant. The woman wasn't begging, wasn't reaching out, just clutching her child like the last fragile thread keeping her alive. But what caught Lily's attention wasn't the mother's shivering body. It was the baby's faint, weak whimper. "Daddy." Lily pressed her face to the window. "Daddy, her baby is freezing." Ethan turned his head, and his heart dropped. The woman's lips were turning blue. The baby was barely moving. Traffic moved again, cars rushing forward, oblivious. "Daddy, stop, please," Lily cried, her little voice cracking. He didn't think twice. Ethan pulled over sharply. "Lily, stay in the car," he said firmly, already unbuckling. "No, I want to help too." He hesitated, then nodded. "Okay, stay close to me." They stepped out into the biting wind. The woman flinched when he approached, clutching her child tighter. I'm sorry," she stammered, stepping back. "I'm not asking for anything. Please leave us alone." Ethan raised his hands gently. "I'm not here to harm you, your baby. They need warmth. Please let me help." The woman blinked rapidly, confusion and fear colliding. I don't trust strangers." Lily stepped forward, offering her teddy bear. "My mommy said good people help good people. Your baby is so cold. He can hold Mr. Bear. He's warm." The woman's eyes filled instantly. Not at Ethan, at Lily. Something inside her cracked. She whispered, "His name is Noah." Ethan removed his coat without hesitation and draped it around both mother and child. "Get in the car, please. It's freezing. He needs heat." The woman wavered, then nodded weakly. Inside the SUV, with the heater blasting, the baby began to stir, tiny cries breaking the terrifying silence. Lily held the teddy bear near the infant, gently patting the soft fur. "He likes it," she whispered. The mother looked at Lily and then at Ethan, and tears streamed down her face. Thank you. I didn't know what else to do." "What's your name?" Ethan asked softly. "Ava," she whispered. "Ava Brooks. Do you have somewhere to stay tonight?" Ava shook her head. I left my husband. He hurt me, and when he started hurting Noah too, I ran, but the shelters are full and I've been walking for hours. My baby," her voice broke. "He hasn't eaten properly since yesterday." Ethan's jaw tightened. Lily's eyes filled with sadness. "You're safe now," Ethan said. Ava stared at him, stunned. Why would you help us? You don't even know us." Ethan glanced at Lily, who was gently rocking the baby. "Because sometimes life gives you only one chance to save someone." He paused, voice lowering, "and I refused to walk away again." Ava didn't understand, but Lily did, because Lily remembered the night her mother died. The night Ethan got the call too late. The night he promised he'd never ignore someone in need again. "Daddy," Lily whispered, "can we take them home?" Ethan exhaled slowly. "First, we're going to the hospital." Ava froze. "No, if my husband finds out, he won't," Ethan said firmly. "I'll make sure of that." She didn't know what that meant, but something about his certainty gave her the tiniest sliver of safety. The hospital staff rushed Noah into pediatric care. His temperature was dangerously low, but not irreversible. Within an hour, the baby was warm, fed, and sleeping peacefully in Ava's arms. But Ava looked smaller somehow, like exhaustion was swallowing her whole. "You need rest too," Ethan said. "I can't afford it. I didn't ask if you could. I'm offering." Ava looked up sharply. "I don't want charity." "It's not charity," he said. "It's humanity." She stared at him, then away, overwhelmed. "You don't know what I've been through," she whispered. "Then tell me." And she did, slowly, painfully, piece by piece. Her husband, a charming man who turned violent the moment she became pregnant. Controlling, jealous, dangerous, she stayed because she hoped he'd change. She ran when she realized he wouldn't. Ethan listened, silent, jaw tight. When she finished, she expected pity, but instead she saw respect. And something else, a determination she couldn't understand. "Come stay at our house," Lily said suddenly. "It's big and warm, and Daddy makes pancakes shaped like animals." Ava gasped. "Oh, sweetheart, that's very kind, but she's right," Ethan said. "Stay with us until you're stable." Ava shook her head. "I don't want to be a burden." "You saved your child," Ethan replied. "There is no burden in survival." Her lips trembled again. "Why are you so kind?" she whispered. Ethan looked at the small baby in her arms, fragile and innocent. "Because that could have been my daughter once," he said quietly. She didn't ask what he meant. She saw it in his eyes. They took Ava and Noah home that night. Lily showed Ava the guest room, bouncing with excitement. "This is where you'll sleep, and Noah can sleep in the little crib Daddy kept from when I was a baby." Ethan raised a brow. "I kept it because you refused to let me donate it." "Because it's lucky," Lily insisted. Ava couldn't remember the last time she laughed, but she did. The first night, Ava slept wrapped in warm blankets, in a safe room with a door that locked from the inside. She cried silently for nearly an hour. Not from fear, but from relief. The days became weeks, and something incredible began to happen. Noah grew stronger, healthier, chubbier. Lily adored him, carrying him around like a protective big sister. The baby giggled more with her than with anyone else. Ava began helping around the house, cooking, cleaning, mending things, not out of duty but gratitude. The home that once echoed with lonely silence now hummed with warmth. One evening, while cooking dinner, Ava asked quietly, "Why did you really help us?" Ethan looked at her from across the counter. "Because my daughter saw someone hurting, and she reminded me that we're supposed to help when we can. That's too simple. Truth usually is." Ava smiled softly, but something else simmered under the surface. Feelings she never expected, not romantic, not yet, more like admiration, gratitude, the growing safety she felt every time Ethan entered the room. One snowy night, after putting Noah to sleep, Ava found Ethan sitting alone on the balcony, staring at the city lights. "Can I sit?" she asked. He nodded. For a moment they said nothing. Then Ethan spoke quietly. "I couldn't save my wife. She died in childbirth. Complications. I was stuck in a meeting. If I had left earlier, maybe I could have said goodbye." Ava's heart twisted. "I'm so sorry. I promised myself I'd never fail another mother and child again." "That's why you stopped that night," she whispered. He nodded. Ava placed her hand gently on his. "Then you kept your promise," she said. The air shifted. Not love, not yet, but a spark, a beginning. One day, while out shopping with Lily, Ava froze. Her husband, he was there, across the street, eyes wild, searching. She grabbed Lily's hand. "We have to go now." They ran. She didn't stop until they reached home. When Ethan saw her shaking, he stepped closer. "Ava, what happened?" "My husband." He's looking for us. He'll kill me. He'll take Noah." "No," Ethan said firmly, voice steel cold. "He won't. But you don't know him. I don't need to. I know me." He made a call. One call. Within an hour, 2 security cars parked outside. The best security team in the city. His private team. "Ethan, why?" Ava whispered. "Because you're family now," he said simply. Tears filled her eyes. Months passed. Ava healed. Noah thrived. Lily became the proudest sister imaginable. And Ethan, he found something he thought he lost forever. A reason to smile again. A reason to hope. One evening, as snow fell through the soft glow of streetlights, Ava stood with Noah in her arms and Lily beside her, waiting at the window for Ethan to come home. "He's late," Lily pouted. "Traffic," Ava said with a smile. "Are you nervous?" Lily whispered. Ava blinked. "Nervous about what?" "You like my daddy," Lily said proudly. Ava nearly choked. Lily. "What? No, It's okay," Lily said, patting her hand. "I asked Mommy in heaven if it's okay, and I think she said yes." Ava's eyes filled instantly. Before she could speak, the front door opened. Ethan stepped in, snowflakes on his coat, a tired smile on his face. But when he saw Ava holding Noah, saw Lily leaning on her side, his entire expression softened. "Welcome home," Ava whispered. "Thank you," he whispered back. Lily ran forward and hugged him. "Daddy, we made cookies." "I'm shocked," Ethan teased. "Only 400 cookies today." 600, Lily corrected. Ava laughed, and Ethan looked at her in a way that made her breath hitch. Later that night, after Lily and Noah were asleep, Ava found Ethan in the kitchen, pouring tea. He handed her a cup. Their fingers brushed. "A small spark, Ethan. I haven't thanked you properly," she said quietly. "You don't need to. I do." Ava stepped closer. "You saved us. You protected us. You gave us a home. You gave my daughter joy again," he replied. "You gave me hope." She looked up, eyes shimmering. "Do you ever think," she whispered, "that sometimes strangers are just family we haven't met yet?" Ethan's voice softened. "I think that every time I see you with Noah and with Lily." Ava swallowed hard. "Ethan, I'm scared. So am I," he admitted, "but healing doesn't come from avoiding fear. It comes from choosing hope." She stepped closer. He didn't move. "You don't have to rush," he said. "We go at your pace." Ava's chest ached, with relief, gratitude, and something new. Something warm. "I'm not rushing," she whispered. Their foreheads touched. The snow continued to fall, soft, gentle, healing. Months later, in a small backyard filled with spring flowers, Lily stood proudly between Ava and Ethan as Noah toddled around, giggling. "Daddy," Lily asked. "Yes, princess. Can Ava be my real mommy now?" Ava gasped. Ethan froze. Lily continued, "Because she takes care of us, she loves us, and she makes pancakes better than you." Ava laughed through tears. Ethan looked at Ava. Ava looked at him, and he whispered, "Only if she wants to." Ava nodded, tears streaming. "Yes," she breathed. "Yes, I want to." Ethan pulled her close, hugging her tightly as Lily squealed and Noah giggled in his arms. The family that formed by chance became the family that stayed by choice, and the night a little girl cried, "Daddy, her baby is freezing," changed all of their lives forever. The spring breeze moved gently through the open windows of the Hale residence, carrying the faint scent of jasmine and fresh soil. Noah giggled as Lily chased him around the living room, their laughter filling every corner of the house. A sound Ethan never anticipated he'd hear again after losing his wife. But life had a strange way of stitching broken hearts back together. And for the first time in a long time, their home felt whole. Ava watched them from the doorway, hands still damp from washing dishes, a soft smile tugging at her lips. She couldn't believe how drastically her life had changed in just a few months. From cold nights on the street, clutching Noah, terrified of every shadow, to this warm home where she felt safe enough to breathe, but she also knew happiness came with fear, the fear of losing it, The fear of her past finding her again, the fear of being the reason this perfect little world shattered. "Mommy," Noah babbled suddenly, reaching for her. Ava froze. Ethan, who had been adjusting the thermostat, turned to look at her. Lily gasped dramatically. "Noah said mommy." Ava's throat tightened. He's just learning sounds, he didn't mean." But Noah reached again, small hands stretching, calling louder, "Mama, mamaya." Ava's eyes filled instantly. Lily clapped and jumped up and down. "See, now you have to marry Daddy." Ethan choked on air. "Lily, what? It's true." Lily insisted. "She already cooks better than you, she hugs better, and Noah thinks she's mommy. It's destiny." Ava covered her face, laughing through her tears. "Oh, Lily." Ethan approached her quietly, eyes soft but unreadable. "He sees who comforts him, who feeds him, who holds him. Babies don't lie." Her cheeks flushed. "But I don't want to replace anyone." "You're not replacing," Ethan said gently. "You're adding." The room fell silent, warm, tender, full of unspoken truth. But the moment shattered when the doorbell rang. 3 sharp knocks. Ethan straightened, expecting someone. Ava shook her head instantly, terror slicing through her chest. "No, no, no, no. Not him. Please, not him." Ethan motioned her behind him. "Stay with the kids." He approached the door, signaling to his private security outside. 2 guards emerged from the shadows silently, tensed and ready. Ethan opened the door. On the porch stood a tall man in a wrinkled suit, holding a folder, not the monster Ava expected. "Mr. Hale?" the man asked. "Yes." "I'm Detective Rowan. I need to speak with Ava Brooks." Ava's breath stopped. Lily stopped playing. Even Noah sensed the tension and whimpered. Ethan didn't move. "Why?" Rowan exhaled. "It's about her husband." Ava felt the room spinning. "He found me." Rowan shook his head. "No, actually, we found what was left of him." The house went dead quiet. Ava's voice trembled. What do you mean?" "Your husband was found 2 days ago, injured, severe head trauma, intensive care unit." Ava didn't speak. "Couldn't, he's alive," Rowan continued, "but unstable. And before he lost consciousness, he mentioned you and a baby. We're investigating." Ava collapsed onto the couch, trembling. Ethan stepped forward sharply. "Detective, Ava didn't do anything." Rowan nodded. "I'm not here to accuse her. I'm here to protect her." Ava lifted her head, stunned. "Protect." Rowan lowered his voice. "Before he passed out, your husband mentioned getting his baby back, and she won't run again. We believe he was planning something, possibly violent." Ava burst into tears, clutching Noah so tightly he squirmed. Ethan clenched his fists. "What happens now? We'll need a statement from Ava, and she should consider filing for full custody and a protective order." Ava's tears fell faster. I don't have money for lawyers." "You don't need to worry about that," Ethan said instantly. Ava shook her head. "No, you've already done too much," I said. Ethan repeated firmly, meeting her eyes, "Don't worry." Detective Rowan gave her a gentle smile. "You're safer here than anywhere else. I'll return tomorrow." When the door closed, Ava broke. "I don't want this life," Ava sobbed. "I don't want Noah to grow up afraid. I don't want to destroy your peace." Ethan knelt before her. "You didn't destroy anything. You saved all of us." She shook her head, tears falling. He wiped them gently. "Ava, you didn't bring danger here. He brought it into your life, and I won't let him take anything from you or from us." "Us," she whispered. "Yes," Ethan said, "us." Lily climbed into Ava's lap, wrapping her small arms around her. "Don't cry. Daddy says crying is when your heart gets too full and leaks." Ava laughed through her tears. Ethan continued, "You're not alone anymore. You never will be." For days, tension filled the house. Security tightened. Workers installed cameras, reinforced windows, and placed guards at both gates. Ava hated it, not because she felt unsafe, but because she felt guilty. One night, after putting the kids to bed, she stood outside on the balcony, hugging herself. Ethan joined her quietly. Cold, she shrugged, a little. He draped his coat over her shoulders. She didn't protest. "You're scared," he said softly, terrified. "Of him, yes, and of this." Ethan gestured gently between them. Ava swallowed hard. Ethan, I don't want my broken past to become your burden. He stepped closer. Ava, you are not a burden, you're a blessing. She looked away, overwhelmed. He continued, if you think I'm helping you out of pity, you're wrong. If I wanted distance, I would have kept it, but I didn't. She breathed shakily. Ethan, I'm scared to hope, scared to feel safe, scared to love again, he whispered. Ava didn't answer. She didn't need to. Her silence spoke volumes. Ethan gently touched her hand, and she didn't pull away. But the next morning, everything changed. Detective Rowan returned, this time with urgency in his eyes. Ava, we need to talk, he said, stepping inside. Ethan stood behind her protectively. What happened? Ava whispered. Rowan exhaled. Your husband escaped from the hospital last night. Ava's knees buckled. Ethan caught her instantly. Where is he now? We don't know, but we think he's nearby. He took a phone. We traced one call to a cab company 3 blocks away. Ava clutched Ethan's shirt, trembling. We're increasing patrol around your house, Rowan said. Don't leave, don't step outside, stay with security. Ava nodded weakly, but despite every precaution, fear seeped into every part of her. That night was the longest of her life. She couldn't sleep. Every creak made her jump. Every shadow made her clutch Noah tighter. At 3 a.m., she sat on the edge of the bed, trembling silently. Ethan knocked softly. Ava, can I come in? She nodded. He entered, eyes full of concern. You haven't slept. How could I? She whispered. He sat beside her. He won't get near you. You don't know that. I do. Ethan said softly. Because you're not alone anymore. Ava covered her face. I'm so tired of being afraid. Ethan pulled her gently into his arms. For a moment she resisted, but then she collapsed into him, sobbing into his chest. He held her tightly, stroking her hair. You're safe, he whispered. I've got you, I promise. She cried until there were no tears left. When she finally slept, it was in his arms. The next morning, she woke to the sound of raised voices outside, security guards rushing. Footsteps, then a shout. Ma'am, stay inside. Ava froze. Ethan burst into her room. Ava, take Noah. Stay with Lily. Don't open the door. Her heart pounded. Is he? But Ethan was already gone. Security spread across the yard. She held Noah close, rocking him as tears filled her eyes again. Before she could process anything, the front door slammed, not from the outside, from someone breaking in. Ava screamed, clutching Noah. Footsteps, heavy, familiar, a voice that sent ice down her spine. Ava, her husband, he was inside the house.